comes to see the show, we'd be delighted.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it too, Freddie. And you talk about the great art of stand-up and particularly joke telling. You don't see many of the young comedians today, like you, Mal, and Dick, and doing this show and others, real joke tellers. That art has kind of gone away, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's a different world today, and you know what? I don't say it's better or worse. It's just different. The young comedians today, they walk out on stage and somehow they learn words that we were not allowed to say.
Yeah. It's amazing what they can say. It gets a little old after a while.
And when we started, and you worked in a nightclub or in whatever you worked in, a theater, whatever, there was always a sign backstage: if you do blue material, you will be fired. So we had to work clean, and it was tougher to work clean. I mean, today I watched these kids use shot words, and they get screamed just for the first time they use the word. By the 11th time they use the word, it's lost its sense of humor. So we don't use those words, but we do make people laugh.
I had a chance to see you many times at Westbury Music Fair, one of the great theaters up in Long Island, and there was a show that you were in. This was about 20 years ago now, before I moved to Florida. It was you, Joey Adams, the great columnist and comedian, Dick Shawn, Gene Bayless, and Jack Carter. That was one of the funniest nights I've ever spent in the theater.
You know what? That was almost like a forerunner to Catskills on Broadway.
It really was, yeah.
It was exactly, and I've told Cindy Adams, Joey's widow, who has the column in the New York Post, I said to her, that gave me the idea that this could go to Broadway. And it was just 2.5 hours of screaming. People were loving it.
It was kind of a roast setup. Everybody did their 20 minutes, and then the last half was kind of a free-for-all, and it was
Joey. Yeah, because, of course, Joey was an easy victim, because his wife was a columnist, and he had the radio show, and we had a good time doing that.
I was just going to say that the roast format has kind of had a resurgence with them televising them on Comedy Central the last couple of years.
Yes, the Friars Club now. Our Friars Club roast was spectacular. And then, of course, now the people from the Friars. I just watched on HBO the other night a young lady named Lisa Lampanelli.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, I was in on her birth as a comedian. She is so funny. She says things on stage that had I done that 20 years ago, I would be in Sing Sing now. Walking the last mile. But in his world, they get away with it. It's a wonderful. She's funny, she's bright, and God bless her. I learned words last night on HBO watching it that I never heard before. And I'm 71 years old, looking for a Viagra pill.
She kind of takes Don Rickles and elevates it to a whole new level, doesn't she?
That is correct. The building is the queen of mean, but she has put Don Rickles on a pedestal.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to her about a year ago. She did a gig down here. Very intelligent woman. I believe she went to Harvard, she told me. So she's very, very, very nice woman.
Yep.
Very funny. Very funny.
And very bright and very funny.
Yeah. Well, Freddie, you touring around the state of Florida with this show, other places as well as Sarasota?
Yes, actually, yeah, we're in Coral Springs, just south of Boca, the 25th of February. But I really and honestly am so proud that they were finally coming to the Von Weasel, and I'm looking forward to it. And Doug, please come backstage if you're there. I'd love to say hello.
I'm going to see that show, and as dean of the Friars Club, you're kind of holding court there. And how's it going with the Friars Club in New York?
Oh, you know what? It's an amazing story. Our club, it's 105 years old now, and we are just so vibrant. I started a program there 15 years ago to get young comedians. I love my colleagues, my guys that are in my generation. But you know what? It's time we brought in a lot of young people. So I brought in this program, and we brought in, starting 15 years ago, the Joy Behars, the Susie Estons from Curb Your Enthusiasm, the Richard Belzers, and we are so healthy, and it's just so much fun to be around all these younger people. It keeps our juices flowing.
I know Jeffrey Ross is one of the younger guys that really has taken to the Friars Club, hasn't he? Especially the roast format.
Can I tell you something? He's the greatest bridge to generations ever seen. Because Jeffrey is the youngest old man I've ever seen.
That's right. He's got that old style,
He could be my age. He could be, I swear to you, he could be my age. He's just spectacular.
He has that kind of old style of, machine gun style on one side.
Exactly.
And modern style on the other end, It's very good.
Exactly, and bright and funny. And we have a whole bunch of those new people, and they're great. They're just great.
Well, just on a personal note, Freddie, my uncle, I don't know if you ever knew him, he was shepherd of the lambs for many years, Tom Dillon, and he told me great stories of coming to your Friars roast, so it's good.
Tom Dillon?
Yeah.
I would go to the Lambs. I would go to the Lambs to do the Lambs gamble for Tom Dillon.
Oh, yeah, I know you worked together at one point, yeah.
Oh, my God. Tom Dillon was one of my dearest. I love Tom Dillon.
Yeah, great guy. We lost him a couple years ago.
Oh, my God. I proved to Tom Dillon that Jewish people could drink.
Yeah. Those are great days. I mean, the Lambs and all those theatrical clubs. I wish we had a branch down here, Freddie. I'd join.
You know what? If there should be in Florida. There isn't, but there should be.
I'd love one. A lot of guys in broadcasting down here. We'd love to join it, but right now there's none down here. But if you can set up a branch, I'll join, Freddie.
All right, sweetheart. I love it.
Fred, we'll see you on March 4th at Van Wezel, and good to talk to you. Thanks for being with us.
I thank you for having me, and to all my West Coast friends, come see the show. You'll walk out of that theater feeling better than when you walked in.
Great. Freddie Roman, our guest, and thanks for being with us.